see how long it would take you to notice, but
I wouldn't have minded.
Hello.
Minded. Hi. I'm off guard this time.
I pressed the button.
She did. So, first off, we want to tell you that we think we fixed the microphone problems. So, please let us know, because, you know, I had the techie in here going, did you check this? No. Did you check this? No. We'll try this. Okay. Yeah. So,
anyway,
welcome to Two Tangled Skeins.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're still high on yarn fumes.
Yeah, so much yarn. And Kate.
And Kate. Yes, I'm high on Kate fumes. I miss you, Kate. Kate from Hawthorne Cottage Crafts was staying with Selma for a few days before and a few days after Rhinbeck happened.
Do you want to introduce ourselves before we go into the...
No.
Okay.
Hey, if they don't know who we are by now.
By now. Okay, so we're us.
Tongue doesn't work.
Go.
That's Sue, also known as Crafting Dinner 7. I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby.
And
there,
we're done.
Done. So Selma, who is the Little Big Knits podcast, had Kate from Hawthorne Cottage Crafts podcast staying with her for a few days.
Did you know she's Irish?
Yes, I know she's Irish. Oh my god. Poor Kate. I swear to God, she must think that North Americans are the most ignorant people in the world because everybody she came across went, "You're Irish!" Really? So anyway, she came to Rhinbeck with us and we had a blast. And she flew home last night and we missed her.
We had a sad. But she got to see Amy.
She did. Yeah. I never get to see Amy.
I don't get to see Amy. I see Amy's stuff on Instagram, but hey, Amy, you're still alive.
Yeah, she is. Mm-hmm. She's a homebody. She doesn't venture out much. But I sent her a message saying, we need to get together because it's been about 2 years.
You might chop liver?
Meh. Organize your own damn meetups.
But I like to tag along.
I know. So we went to Rhinbeck. And it was amazing. As usual.
And beautiful.
Yes. We got there just as the color was starting, so it was like completely perfect.
Driving through the Catskills.
Although we're not trusting Elizabeth's GPS again. It was just a very long and difficult drive. Through very twisty, narrow mountain roads.
I think her GPS was going, hey, let's just go this way.
Well, we were trying to avoid the interstate.
Yeah.
And we were trying to avoid... I think on the way down we chose the shortest route, not the fastest route. And on the way back, we tried to change the settings, but it sent us largely the same way.
It kept switching back, kind of like Andrea's.
I don't know, but I had written directions in the car. And I'm going to make sure that I have a more updated GPS before we go next year so that we can sort out our route ahead. What I would really like is an app where I can program the route I want and it'll just read me the damn directions. That's what I would really like because then my passenger doesn't have to pay attention to a piece of paper instead of knitting. And
Google Maps on your phone?
No.
It reads you the directions?
Yeah, but look at how many times we lost satellite feed. How much data do you think I had?
But that's an app?
Yeah, but how much data do you think I had? And how much access to data do you think we had?
Right.
We didn't have signal half the weekend.
I know, but if you're using an app, how is that going to help you? It's not going to be able to get signal.
I'll just have it, I don't know. Read me the directions when I ask it to. I don't know. I didn't think this through.
Well, we've got time.
It would be really nice if it was voice activated and I could just get it to give me the next 2 directions, but hey... I'll figure it out. At some point, I'll get a decent GPS.
Sean Connery's voice would be cool.
I was thinking, honestly, Gilbert Gottfried. Because if my GPS is going to yell at me, it might as well yell at me in a voice I really don't want to hear anyway.
Oh.
Turn left! I think that is actually, I don't know if that's actually, I have to do research. I want to know if that's available.
Oh, probably is.
That would be hilarious.
So this is episode 218, and today we're the 28th of October, and this is a knitting podcast. So coming back, already. Well, let's just say quite a few people were ill at Rhinbeck.
There were a couple of bugs going around. I think Mina's husband Perry got one.
I think he got the bug Marcia had.
Yeah, Marcia Fairlittle had
Marcia.
it. She gave it to Selma. Poor Selma missed all of Sunday.
Yeah, and I got a head cold.
I only had part of what Marcia had. The stomach bugs don't generally tend to hit my stomach. They generally
with Selma,
tend to move lower.
it was just kind of sitting there the whole days.
She doesn't really throw up, though. No. So, anyway.
I got a head cold. I was off Tuesday and Wednesday because I could not get my head off the pillow. And I went to work yesterday and the day after, and my boss kept questioning me if I should be there or not. But hey.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, Kate did not go home sick. We're very happy about that.
Yeah.
She didn't get it, and nobody else in the other cabin got it. So that was at least something.
She did thank you for the tea, though, and the water.
Oh, yeah. Welcome. Because I managed to... I can't speak today. My words are like... Yay, speech impediments. Woo.
Okay, how do you put that into a podcast name?
I think it has to be auditory. Yes, I actually do have a speech impediment, but when I try to talk too fast or I'm tired, I can't get anything out. So, what was I talking about?
Tea. You brought tea.
I had managed to score this big bag of 50 tea bags for $20 on David's website. They had it in their sales section. And it was super ginger. And that stuff is really good for your stomach. It's really good if you're not feeling great. The other one was cinnamon rooibos chai.
Right. I need some
which
of that.
Was amazing. So I managed to get 2 big bags of 50 tea bags. They were different flavors, whatever. So I, when the girls came over and said, yeah, Marcia's not in good shape, we were like, here's tea, here's water, go away, please. We love you, but get lost. No, poor Selma had, oh, that smells so good. That's my favorite.
There you go.
Sue is having a cup of Quince Charming, which is my absolute favorite.
In my
David's
Christmas
tea.
mug from Lynn.
In case anybody cares about tea, I'm having Alpine Punch in my really cool new travel mug from Crystal. That was my birthday present.
That is awesome.
It's
amazing in so many ways. And it's Lynn. But I couldn't tell from the picture if it was a cardboard. Like, I didn't realize I didn't realize it was a travel mug. So.
And it is my cup of happy. I brought it to work yesterday and it worked beautifully and I love it. So okay, you did not just put minis in your tea. Wow.
No, there's another tea.
I was like, what are you doing?
So, yeah, there's not really going to be much talk about knitting. I'll show one project, but...
I can't knit.
It's because I cast it on at Rhinbeck, and it's a purchase from Rhinbeck, so I'll just do that.
Well, you can talk about that, too, because you're knitting on it. I haven't been able to knit for 2 weeks now, because of my shoulder.
I picked up a barn-raising square and started it the other night, and I don't know who it's by.
I do.
Okay, go ahead, because I forget.
That is by Clarissa Brown and...
Larissa Brown.
Larissa Brown, sorry.
Yeah.
And... I think it was Melanie something?
No.
Damn it. Anyway, it's from the Knit-Alongs book.
Yeah.
The book is called Knit-Alongs. And it's... the barn racing quilt is what the pattern is called. So...
Here's a full one, so you guys know what it is.
And she actually has the books, so she has no excuse.
She searched for the book for me.
I found it used on Amazon.
Knitting. Okay.
And the yarn that she is using is Juliana's Fiber Lucid Dreams sock in the board shorts colorway. I don't think that was a club one. I think that was one I bought when we went to her house.
Yes.
Okay,
and I was jealous because I couldn't find any. Because she didn't have any.
She has a similar one called Driftwood, but it's no, it's not that one that she has a similar one. It's the forest one. Yeah. Never mind. But anyway, that's Board Shorts by Juliana. Hi, Juliana. We miss you.
2.75 millimeters, which is the US 2.75. Sorry.
And it lives in.
And it lives in a bag by
Selma.
Little Creek Designs, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so I will show you what I actually started, and I basically had to cast on. I bought needles.
And I'll drink tea.
I'm knitting from balls. Yep.
Balls.
2 balls to be specific.
Balls.
Balls, I tell you.
Anybody who watches Supernatural.
Yeah. Balls. You idiots.
I miss Bobby.
You
Idiots. Idiots.
You idiots. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, there'll be a lot of name dropping, so drink every time.
My God.
If you want to drink booze, go ahead.
God.
It's $1.55.
Don't do that to people.
Why not? So this is the pattern I'm knitting. It's called Exordium by Rebecca Picoult. And just because her last name is Picoult, I love her because Jodi Picoult is my favorite writer. Because everybody needs to know that.
I'm pretty sure that's pronounced Pico.
No, it's Jodi Picoult.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. That's how I pronounce it, so it's right.
Okay.
Okay. And it is knit out of, and this is part of the stash, so I won't mention it later. It's Bijou Basin Himalayan Summit, 50 yak down, 50 super fine merino. And
it's super fancy.
Oh, that's their label if you've never seen it.
This is their new yarn. It's a fingering, and it is amazingly soft. And the colors are fantastic. Who did he say dyed these again? Do you remember?
Is it on here?
I don't know. No, because the colorway name isn't even on there.
I'll put it in the show notes.
Sorry. I forget who the dyer is.
Yeah, basically he was sending the yarn directly to the... the mill was sending the yarn directly to the dyer and
because they couldn't keep up with the demand for it.
So this is called oregano. It's a little bit more green than that.
Yeah, it's not as brown as it's showing up on the screen.
And this is
green.
called mulled cider. I had pumpkin spice latte in my hand, but she told me to take this one. So, yeah, balls.
No, it was pumpkin spice, not pumpkin.
Whichever.
Close enough.
So, yeah, I'm kind of addicted to the pattern. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it up.
And it's nice because you don't cut the yarn every time you carry it. Did you encounter a knot?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was a knot that I didn't take out while I was winding it, and I couldn't get it apart. You do have to cut it 1 or 2 spots, but it's fine. Look at that. It's just gorgeous. So I bought the needles, which is a 3.75, which is a US 5. It's so soft.
I know. I have some.
I know.
Carl's booth was the first thing we hit.
Well, he basically said that the night before when we went to India Untangled.
He was like, you have to come see the new yarn because it disappears fast. And as it was, the one color that I was really in love with was already gone. So yeah. I grabbed 2 because the blue one, I don't know what it's called, but I wanted the blue one.
That's all I'm knitting on.
And it's living in more stash.
Oh, you want me to show that now?
Might as well.
The wonderful Kate made a few of us. Rhinbeck 217. She had it embroidered by a friend. She chose the sheep, the part
background for the sheep,
out of colors people like,
and the matching
and that's
inside fabric and the handles.
And that was too much cleavage. And that's
for once. It's not me. It's okay. Nobody can see it. It's behind the bag. It's by Kate from Hawthorne Cottage Crafts.
Yep.
You took the little tassel off.
No, it kept coming off.
Oh, okay. Mine's fine.
I have to put it back on.
I still have my tassel.
No, I'll just use a thicker ring. So we still have knit-alongs going on. They travel the world by design. The continent is Asia, and it's October 1st to December 31st, as is the Brown Bag Sock Club. It's until the 31st as well.
I've been having fun watching all the designers that you guys are picking.
Isn't it amazing? It's like, wow.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Well, I bet a lot of people who live in Asia knew, but I did not know.
So I'm going to let you go first. Here's your list. Stash. Not your typical
one whole side of the page is mine.
Well,
to be fair, I didn't come home with that much.
No.
All my stash fits in this bag.
Mine
all I got.
Does not.
So you can tell where I went, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was so excited about that.
Oh.
I really should have organized this first. Pardon me for a minute. Had to grab my little footstool / table. Because I should have organized myself before I started this. So before we even, well, no, this was when we got to Rhinbeck.
Yeah.
I got this lovely package from the wonderful Kate. See, tassel.
I had the tassel.
I still have
Leave
my
me alone
tassel.
about your tassel.
So, and of course there's cat hair in it.
Yours or mine?
Probably mine. It hasn't come out of the bag yet, so it has to be mine. And it's got my hair on it. Anyway, so this is the bag that the lovely Kate made me. And with the bag was this beautiful skein of yarn.
And she nailed it. Every person, what she gave the person was just like...
This is so soft. Which is surprising because it's wool. It's not superwash wool. It's wool, but it's soft. So this is Bear in the Woods. Bear in Sheep's Clothing, sorry.
Has it been down your top yet? She'll be
Bear
upset if it
Sheep's
hasn't.
Clothing. And it doesn't say where they're from.
There you go, Kate.
Now it's been down the top. All the yarn that Kate went home with went down the top.
Yeah, we had to.
So the yarn base is Bear Masham. And this, believe it or not, is a fingering. It does not look like fingering. It looks huge, but it's very lofty, like it's very airy yarn. It is a fingering. Because there's 400 yards in this ball. Sorry, this will give you a better clue of what a single strand looks like. So it actually is fingering. It is 75% BFL and 25% mid-brown Masham, which I'm assuming... I'm probably pronouncing it wrong because Masham is a town near here. And that's how we pronounce it in French.
It's got like a fluffy halo to it.
It does.
It's beautiful.
So I'm assuming that's a sheep breed. And I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. It does say, gently hand wash in tepid water, may bleed on first wash. And the color is called Squall. And I love it.
Those little specks of green.
Yeah. Green and
Beautiful.
brown that are...
And she so didn't have to do this.
No.
She had a suitcase full of, like, gifts.
This is going to be my cuddly I Miss Kate skein. And I told her yesterday, I said, you're tiny. You'll fit in my purse. Come on. Come in with me.
Yep.
So this gorgeous skein of yarn was in there. This was super cute.
Oh, I forgot to grab Sean's.
It's a little keychain with little sheeps on it.
I love the Wacky Woolies. I have a pen and I think a Notions pouch from them.
And it is from Wacky Woolies in Ireland. So I have an official little Irish keychain. The little green sheep has shamrocks on it. The little red one has swirls, and the little yellow one has flowers. So they are super cute, and I love them. I think I'm going to put my work keys on that.
Mm-hmm.
And because she's Kate, she wasn't done.
No, she was not.
I got a whole bunch of minis, too. Some of them were really, really big minis that I will be able to share. Woo.
Yeah, I have one big one, too.
It's going to stay on the floor for now, because I can't reach it. So all the minis, and she wrote down on the little tags what they were. I got some Life in the Long Grass. I'm very excited about that. And some Coolery yarns, and some fine fish yarns, and some townhouse yarns. I'm very excited about all of these. They're very pretty. Thank you, Kate. And it all fits in my little pouch with the nice blue fabric. I got a different outline because I like all the colors.
Mm-hmm. Can't mess with Lynn. All the colors.
All the colors. All the colors are for me. So that was my gift from Kate. Before we even got to the festival, I had this to open. And I totally forgot to open it the first night. She handed it to me and I didn't know what it was. And I put it on the table and I just kind of forgot about it after that.
Delayed gratification. She did not mind.
Thank you, Kate. And then we went to Untangled where I made a purchase.
Oh my god, Untangled.
A purchase. I will never go to Untangled again.
No, it was a fire hazard.
It was insanity. You couldn't get into the parking lot. Never mind the building.
Well, yeah, and then when you did walk in the building, you're in the room, about 2 feet in, it was a wall of heat.
Yeah, and there were far more people there than fire safety allowed.
There is no way that should have been allowed.
I'm actually, frankly, amazed that nobody called the fire marshal because that was dangerous. You couldn't move in the room. You would walk in and you were stuck in a crowd of bodies, like you were stuck in a pack of bodies. And you had to sort of shift, and then somebody else would shift, and that It was like that puzzle where you have to get the thing across, and
people have posted on Instagram like a view from the top, like some of the it
was awful,
and there was no way I was stopping at any booth because I was just like, this is insane.
If I ducked into a booth, I had trouble getting back out.
Like the Hugh Loco booth?
Yeah, that one was very popular.
Marcia was smart. She's tall. She was at the back of the crowd, and she kind of reached over and grabbed a skein of yarn and then paid. But you couldn't.
It was crazy. And we all decided, because apparently Marcia was at the
Needles
Up, and she was saying that they were letting a certain number of people in, and then they had to wait till that same number of people left before they would let more people in. So they were very careful about crowd control there.
And Untangled started a couple years ago, and it was very small.
It was a different hotel.
Different hotel, and it was very small and overly crowded. But
I opened my ring, and I didn't mean to. Hang on.
Did you drop one?
Yeah, I dropped the card, which is necessary because I don't know who I bought this from.
Don't mind me.
So, you can probably tell that I bought me some minis.
I'm gonna get some of those.
Look at that! Isn't it cool? I kind of want to make a hair fall out of this. A friend of mine does yarn hair falls. Exactly. And with the D-ring, with the O-ring,
clip in my hair.
Yeah, I could just clip it around a bun. It would work perfectly. It would be awesome. I might do that next year. Yeah, 3 of them came undone. I couldn't twist that one back up.
Okay, you talk about them and I will twist it up after.
So this is a set of self-striping minis on mixed bases. They're 28 to 58 yards each. And it is from Canon Hand Dye. Yeah, the tea is hot, is it?
Uh-huh.
She just made it, so... Well, okay, she made it 20 minutes ago.
It's so good.
I know, it's tasty. So it's Canon Hand Dyes, and they are canonhanddyes.com. So it's not an Etsy. They have their own website, and look at these gorgeous yarns. They had a whole bunch more sets of minis, but I really wanted the stripy ones.
I was trying to look, and I didn't see any that jumped out at me.
In my tea.
There's Kleenex to your left.
And on the floor.
The floors doesn't matter.
To be honest, it is this one that caught my eye. This one and this one. These two really caught my eye.
That is going to be actually really amazing.
I think that's the one that went in the tea. It's warm.
It's very, very minimal.
Yeah, it did. No, it's this one that went in the tea.
Well, there's a Kleenex if you need it.
That's okay. I'll just bring it out on my pants.
Oh, yeah. Want me to wind the one?
Because I'm special.
Yeah.
Only I would drop all my yarn in my tea. So that's what I bought at Indie Untangled. That's all I bought at Indie Untangled.
The only thing I got was yarn for a coworker because Kristen loves me.
I think my tea's fine.
And put it aside. Yeah.
Well, why don't you show your stuff from Indie Untangled and the rest of your stuff from Kate? We'll go for
I don't have Indie Untangled anything.
Oh, okay.
It was for I have a bag, but I can do my Kate stuff.
Yep. Because I figured we'll do by venue. And then it's not just me talking for half an hour.
Oh, I'm looking for it.
Sorry, we really should have planned this out. We're out of practice.
Chasing more somewhere. So, in my little bag that I showed you earlier, Kate gave me some Irish fairy tale yarns, and it is the Dragon Green.
Kate saw you coming.
And what I really, really like about this is Laura from Wolverine gave me a skein of green in the same the same dyer. I think it's slightly different. Can you see 2-color shawl coming my way? And this is 100% merino. And I got minis. This is my favorite one. I just want to eat it. This is Fine Fish Yarns. I'll get it closer because it's getting cloudy outside. Where's that one? And then, oh yes, this is a double. It is fondant fibers. I don't have any yarn of theirs. I only have fiber. Oh, that's gorgeous.
I don't remember what I bought from them. Must have been fiber.
Coolery yarns?
Yeah, Coolery.
Coolery. This looks like it's got silk in it. And there's some more. Townhouse Yarns, Clarendon Sock, Ooh, these are your colors.
I have the same one, I think.
Oh, do you? The last one is Dharma Dye Works. I didn't know Dharma made yarn.
I don't think it's the same company.
Okay,
You're thinking of Dharma Trading.
It's called Florida Fling.
Yeah, I've got that blue one too, see?
Okay, so I don't have to give it to you.
Nope.
There was that. Those all go back where they came from. I have a keychain and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. She brought one for me and one for Sean. I didn't grab Sean's, it's in the other room. But his is beer related. And mine has the 3 sheet and a tag that says Ireland. So that one's mine. Love it. And the other thing I got in the Untangled. Did I not put it in here? Too many things. There it is. I got a bag from Kristen. Because you can't say no to a bag from Kristen.
Didn't you also... Oh, it was for somebody else, the yarn?
Yeah, that was for Sean.
Oh, okay.
It's not for me.
So, before we even made it to the festival, we also got a big bag of minis from Jessica, who is Sarah Nova Crafts. This is her business card here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah. Sarah Nova Crafts podcast. And she is Johanna Designs as well. She designs patterns. She spread the minis out into colors. Everybody got their favorite color, the majority. Since I like all the colors, I got everything.
She posted a picture on Instagram
I didn't know it was open.
With a bag and then colors of yarn in front of each of them.
There's like 15 minis on the floor right now.
I'm not bending down again.
And a tassel. I lost my tassel. There you go. Are you happy? I lost my tassel.
Okay, it's getting very gloomy in here.
Popped my tassel. That's fine. They can still see us. You knew I had to go there.
Mm-hmm.
So Jess gave us each a big bag of minis, mine of which most are on the floor now. We will pick them up after the episode. And she also brought us tea.
Pumpkin spice brulee.
Oh, so you also got one of those. So
yeah, I didn't realize it was the same thing. I got tiramisu.
But I got a couple of pumpkin spice brulee, and it is delicious.
And then
if you have the chance, go to a Tivana before they close, because unfortunately their Starbucks has decided to, close all the Tivana stores.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, get your hands on that if you can.
Yeah, and then I got a big bag of, I think it's called gingerbread, and it's going to be hard to get out of the bag. It's a lot of tea.
Yeah.
So, yep.
It was amazing. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Jessica. That was extremely generous, and I love the
Way
minis.
too generous.
So many minis all over the floor.
Yeah, well,
All the minis down there.
Stay there for now.
Because I'm a what do we call it in French? I'm pelote. I'm a klutz.
Oh, okay.
Where did you think I was going?
Nope.
Oh, Sue! There's another similar French slang word that means something completely different. Sue!
Dirt on my shirt. Well.
That's not the only place where you've got dirt. Oi. Ooh. So, day one, I bought... Oh, and I also have minis. Sorry. I also have minis from Selma, this one, and Elizabeth is the green one. Literally, they were knitting one night, and then they both finished projects, and they're like, here, have a mini. Okay!
Yeah, same thing happened. And then...
That one's for me. That was actually supposed to go to Sarah. I feel bad. The orange one. That's okay.
That's fine if she wants it. I got some too.
If you got the big one, there's probably enough for both of you. Because one of them was like 7.5 grams. Because it was the leftovers.
Okay.
Just saying. Sorry, Sarah. I totally forgot. And I was like, I don't know where these are supposed to go. And I should have put them in individual bags with people's names on them. And I was just like, nah.
I didn't even know Sarah had minis at the festival.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, nobody asked for minis, and I think she gave the bag to somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There
no
you
big deal. I've got more minis than I can handle.
So day one, I also went to Bijou Basin. As I said, it was the first booth we hit.
Oh, the blue would have been so nice with that.
I know!
I'm going to contact Carl.
What do you think I wanted the blue for?
I will contact
To
him.
go with this.
I should contact him for you.
So, this is... Where did I put it? 2 skeins of Himalayan Summit fingering. This is Barberry. This is Cajun Spice. I love them. They're so squishy.
And you have the 2 that I gave you from Bijou Basin.
Yes. The green and the yellow.
Yep.
And I also have the Exordium pattern by Rebecca. I thought it was Pico. But anyway, I could be wrong because who knows how English people pronounce French names. Because it is a French name. So I got these 2 beautiful skeins. And I think I even incited somebody else to buy several because she was like, well, I may come back tomorrow.
I'm like, no.
And I was like, there won't be any left. Buy them now.
This was fully stocked this morning.
Buy them now, feel this, and look at the price. Buy them now. Because they were very reasonably priced.
Yeah.
So, that was lovely. And the only other thing I bought on day one... Yep, the only other thing I bought on day one...
Was what she's wearing.
Was my Unity t-shirt from Neighborhood Fiber Co.
I have a bag too. They were giving those away.
Well, they were giving them to people who were waiting in line to pay.
No, I said, do you have to buy anything? She said no.
Well,
anyway.
They were supposed to be giving them to people.
Oh well, I got one.
But anyway, yeah, she was standing with me, so she got one too. So I got my gorgeous tote bag. And I got my t-shirt, which I am very, very proud of. I love
Shamika loved it.
Yes, she did. Well, Shamika is friends with the dyer. Like, she's friends with the lady who owns the company. So she was like, yeah, Neighborhood Fiber Co. And it says Neighborhood Fiber Co. on the back. I knew I wanted to buy something from them. I did not want to go home with a boatload of yarn. I didn't intend to buy the Bijou Basin. Carl pulled me into the booth and said, look at this, touch this, smell this.
Well, in the Untangled, all he said was, come by the booth, I got something new.
So I couldn't resist once he was like, and look at how they all coordinate and they all go together. And Carl, damn it.
I actually got a picture with Carl this year.
You did, which I actually put up on the internet last night, finally. I put all the pictures up on Facebook.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Whole bunch of pictures of you.
Lovely.
I tagged you.
I just Facebook.
You were on when I did it.
I will go look.
You were chatting with people in the thread while I did it.
Yes, Mom.
Yes, your pictures are up. So, because of course there were very few pictures of me because I was the one with the big camera. So, that was it for me for day one.
There was a picture of you by a sign called Reveries.
I don't know.
It was in the Rhinbeck group on Facebook.
Didn't see it.
Like, Holly or somebody posted them.
Oh, okay.
Anyway. Keep going. Are you done?
Oh, you want me to keep going with day two?
Just stash. Go.
Alright. Day two. This called to me from across the building.
She was just like...
I made a beeline for it because it was so pretty. This was sitting next to a bunch of white fiber that Sue was looking at. And me, it was just the gray. I was just like, oh, I want to touch that. And it turns out, I walked over, I looked at the label, and I could touch that. So I did. This beautiful cloud. This is my little storm cloud. This is from Wellspring Fiber Farm, which is in Burnsville, North Carolina. And this is Jacob and Silk 75.25. It was dirt cheap. Cost me $12 for 4 ounces. Dirt cheap. And oh, it's so soft. Those are her clouds.
These are my clouds from the same
She got dust clouds.
And this is 8 ounces each. They were $10, and then it said 2 for $15. Like, really, I'm gonna.
How could you not?
How could you not? And it's from Cotswold wool. Cotswold is the sheep. And
I already had some Jacob, but who could resist this?
And I got some apple and spice soap.
Yeah, I got the same thing. Yeah, I got mine first.
I know you did. I copied you.
She does. She does that. She'll walk around and, oh, that's a cool picture, and she'll take the same picture I just took. But then she puts them up first, so she gets the credit.
No, sometimes.
I don't care.
No, I know you don't.
And now we both have nice smelling soap, so. And pretty fluffies.
I get a bar of soap every year.
Me too, but unintentionally. It's just because I don't bring anything with me. And then I had to hit Gnome Spun because I love Gnome Spun.
He's awesome.
He's
I didn't see him this year.
Super fun. I congratulated him on his nuptials because he got married this year.
Dude, you need to wear a kilt next year.
Oh, come on. Give the guy a break. It was cold out.
It was not cold
it was
out.
hot out. Sorry. Either way, he doesn't always have to wear the kilt.
I like the kilt.
He's not eye candy for you.
No.
So I went to Gnome Spun and I found this gorgeous braid, and Sue was a little envious.
I didn't even get near his booth. I have no idea where it was.
It was in one of the barns at the top of the hill.
Those are the 2 barns that I didn't go in at the end.
No, because I didn't go in them either.
Oh.
It was one of the other barns.
I don't know.
Anyway, he usually shares with Holiday Yarns. So if you find Holiday Yarns, there's
usually him.
There's Gnome Spun. So this is domestic Dorset. I did not have any Dorset in my stable.
That's a different.
It has a lot of crimp.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's also vegetable matter because it fell on the floor. It's me. Of course it fell on the floor in a barn. So this is domestic Dorset. It is 4 ounces and the color is called Vernal. And I love it.
That's only 4 ounces?
That's only 4 ounces.
Wow, it's very plump.
It is very plump. It's very airy and crimpy and I love it. It's not as soft though, so I shouldn't do that.
Get Millie off that wheel.
I know.
I'm going to be finishing the thing you gave me. Was it Christmas?
It was your birthday.
This year? No.
No.
Last year. I have to get that off because I need something else on.
And that was, it starts with a C. Cordial. So.
Not the actual braid she wanted to give me, but.
About that. Well, no, because I don't have any Cordial in my, well, I do now because Mandy bought me some at Vermont.
But that wasn't the braid you were looking for.
It wasn't the braid, it was actually one of his that I was looking for. That was blue and green. But then I was like, well, I've got this one and it's green.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one thing I actually wanted to get at Rhinbeck, there was only one thing I was looking for.
Steal. She got a steal.
Total steal. I paid almost nothing for this.
And she's like, Sue, what does seconds mean?
Look at this. And the tag said seconds on it. And it's got little musical notes all over it. It's adorable.
She didn't necessarily want a yarn bowl to use it like with that little slot.
I don't care about the hole. I don't give a crap about the hole. I just wanted a really nice yarn bowl. And see, the reason it was a second and so dirt cheap was because the slot that goes from the hole to the outside of the bowl, the weight of the material pressed it back down onto itself. So there's no way to get your yarn in there. I don't care. Because Sue was like, well, you'll have to pass your yarn through and cut it. And I said, or I could just not use the hole.
But hey, the pottery lady figured out how to do it now.
It's so pretty. Yeah, she has to do the musical notes straight up.
The inside's
Oh, the
pretty too.
inside's pretty too.
Like, yeah.
It's this gorgeous brown glaze, and I love the color, and I love the bowl. It's the perfect size because it even fits my bigger skeins. And I had already bought something from this lady last year or the year before. I bought a pendant from her. It was a leaf pattern, and I couldn't find it to show you guys.
It's bigger than mine.
So this is from Stacey Stanhope Dundon, and she is Stratford House Pottery in Orwell, Vermont. So if you get the chance, check out Stratford House. She makes gorgeous stuff. She has pendants, she has stitch markers, she has bowls, she has
mugs,
crockery, she has
vases, like, yeah.
I love it. And boy, did she wrap it. It was wrapped. I think there were 4 sheets of newsprint.
4 or 5.
And it was in a paper bag, so I left that at home. I just put everything in this bag today. So that was what I went to Rhinbeck for, and I paid less than half of what I had expected to. So it allowed me to buy a little bit of fluff. I'll put that over there. And, sorry, this is her card. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see because I'm having trouble getting close enough to the camera.
Sorry, I pushed it farther back this time.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the rest of the stuff you bought and then we'll talk about Woodstock?
Sure.
Because I just hurt my arm doing that.
Yeah. So we went to Michael's because Elizabeth needed needles to cast on what she bought from Miss Babs. And of course, I'm already at the cash waiting with Elizabeth, and Lynn is like, the Karen cakes are on, like, what is it?
$5.
$5. Jen told me. And I'm just like... So I got 2. I blame it on Jen, and Lynn says she's not a friend if she doesn't tell me.
I mean, what kind of friend would I be if I didn't tell her that Karen cakes were $5?
Guess what? It's not green.
It's not green.
Oh. Those are the 2 of them, and it is called White Truffle. And I will be making... I think I wrote it in the show notes. Knit triangle shawl, I believe.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah. Same shawl that Andrea and Jen made. So you need 2. Do I have other Rhinbeck stuff? Yes. I bought from Bartlett Yarns a mini needle felting block and kit. That's Bartlett Yarns, and it's all Christmas colors. There's no pattern with it, so I need to look for something to figure out what I'm going to make with it. But it's pretty. I like it. I think the rest is like from Target.
Yeah, I didn't bring my Target mug.
I got sea salt cocoa mix and pumpkin spice cocoa mix. And then I got some tea, and I couldn't figure out which one to get. And Lynn's like, well, just buy both.
It was the hot chocolate I did that with.
Oh, the hot chocolate, right.
Because I didn't even know you'd bought that.
I bought chai pumpkin spice tea from Tazo and vanilla caramel from them as well.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we've hit the spicy portion of the tea.
Woo!
Yep.
And
I don't remember Alpine Punch being spicy.
And the other thing I got from Target was a mug that says bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and that's what my dad used to say when I was a kid.
I just got one with the Libra logo.
You can't really... It doesn't want to focus anymore.
Yeah.
Anyways, all my pins are in there. I think that's it. You can go.
And then we went to Woodstock, because we love Woodstock. And I'm very, very sorry, Mandy, but the tea shop was already closed when we got there.
We missed it by like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we had just missed it. So we wandered around to the shops in Woodstock, and I didn't realize that I'd pulled this together. There we go. So we wandered around to a bunch of little shops, and we went to this crystal shop. And she had this necklace hanging there, and of course it was the only one that didn't have a price on it. I think it's supposed to be an Yggdrasil, but I'm not sure. So it's a tree of life. It's in rainbow crystals. And I was looking at some of the other ones, and they were like $70, $80, $100. And I was like, how much is this one? And she goes, $12. And I'm like, seriously? She says, yeah, sold. Pretty please. So I got that.
Maybe they had different really stones.
Maybe. Well, I know that a lot of them were on silver chains too, not
that
the cording.
will up the price.
But I prefer the cording because I don't like metal chains, so that worked for me. And I put it on then and there, and I bought this for Rob. It is a heart-shaped stone, and it's labradorite. I think it's labradorite. Yes, labradorite. So it's bluish gray. And it's super cute. And I was just hoping that, he could keep it on his dresser and think of me. That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sappy.
You're allowed to be sappy.
And that's all I got.
Cool.
Did you get anything in Woodstock?
No.
So now we just have to show off the swag. Because there was so much swag.
Yeah, the only other thing I got was the hot
Hand cream.
sauce, 3 bottles of hot sauce, and the hand cream.
Yeah, I got a bottle of barbecue sauce because the hot sauce she was buying, it was buy 4 bottles for $20, but she was paying more for just 2. So, well, it didn't work out to be as good a deal. So she was like, do you want to get one and I'll get one? And I'm like, this works for me. They're $5 each. We save some money. So I got the original barbecue sauce, and holy crap, is it spicy.
Sean got habanero, Cajun, and chipotle, and the habanero's already at work. He's very happy. He's like, "You got big bottles." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh." I'm like, "See, I think of you."
There was other stuff we got in the food barn, but it's all gone now. It got eaten. Mm-hmm. And there was the hand cream that we bought, but it's my daughter's lotion recipe is what the stuff is called, and it's by Rose. Do you remember?
No.
Oh well, we'll link it.
It's in my purse, I think.
I can only use it at home because it's very scented, and ironically, it doesn't bother me. But I can only use it at home because we can't use scented products at work. So I put it on at night before I go to bed, and the smell is gone by the time I get up in the morning. So we went to the podcaster meetup, and if you could see the pile of stuff on the table that people gave me. I did end up with a few buttons that are going to join Sue's button board here.
I don't have enough room. I need a bigger one.
Well, you have a lot of empty space there.
I do.
So, of course, I got a button from Must Love Yarn and a sticker. They're in Shelburne, Vermont, which is just outside of Burlington, and I was so happy to get to see them because when I went to the shop, neither one of them was there. They were at the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival. So I was super happy to get to see them. And it was a lot of fun. We got to hang out for a little while. And I got a button from Knitting in Our Jeans podcast.
I have that one, I think. Yeah. You got the same one.
I got a button and a card from Wrapped Wool, which is Becky West. I'll just show you the button because the card is pretty much the same. So Wrapped Wool. She has Instagram, she has Ravelry, she has a blog, and she has Twitter. She's Wrapped in Wool on Instagram.
Oh, there's nothing with mine.
You can have one, Kim.
I know that. I'm just saying.
I don't collect them, so I do take them when people give them to me. Here you go. Okay. You can add that to your board. Because we have a sort of joint collection on the board here.
Yep.
I got... This was so cute. And all my stuff is covered in tea now. Okay. I got this gorgeous collection of buttons.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of different ones.
And who is that from? Because I
Tranquil Cottage Knits.
I don't know where her card is. Oh, there it is. Tranquil Cottage Knits. Yep. That needs to stay together.
She's another Instagrammer. She designs knitwear. So she's Michelle Kearns. And she gave us this selection of locking stitch markers and the cutest little buttons. I love the tree. It's fantastic. And the rest are little hearts. And one is a handmade tag that goes in knitting. So that was pretty cool. Thank you, Michelle. And I got this button, and you can tell it got dipped in the tea, from They Spin. Mm-hmm. That's a They Spin and Daughter. So I think they're a podcast. Multi-generational knitting and art podcast. It's Catherine and Thora. Catherine is mom, Thora is daughter, I think. And They Spin on Instagram and Ravelry, and they're... Unfortunately, the YouTube part got...
I'm sorry if you can hear a vacuum outside.
Yeah, the neighbors are vacuuming their car.
So hopefully the sound is okay.
We tried to fix the settings, so I got that pretty button, which I don't think Sue got.
No, I didn't.
And I got this whole big bag from Jen at Boston Jen, who is Down Solar Studio Podcast. I got some extra pigskin party points.
Oh, are you in that?
Yeah. So she's got her Find Me Online thing, which has her Ravelry, Instagram, audio podcast website. There's a coupon code to receive, oh, very cool, 50% off the purchase of one pattern.
She's got some nice patterns.
I ain't going to show you that.
No.
There's some candy, which my daughter is very much going to enjoy. There's a little mini.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what she made with this, too. It's her own leftovers. And I got her button, which I'm fairly certain we already have on the board.
I'm pretty sure we have one.
We must have one somewhere. Yeah. We do not.
No, I think it was smaller.
Huh. There we go. That goes there with that. And I'll put the papers back in so I don't lose my coupon code, because I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. Yes, we both got...
This is the girl who just started dyeing.
This is Color Wheel Yarns.
Mm-hmm. And it's Lauren. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I'm going to go with Kaidash, but I'm not sure. Kaidash.
Kieddaisch.
So there you go.
So we're pretty sure she's new. I have green.
And you can't show the back because it also has a coupon code.
Yep.
Mine is called Slutty Pumpkin Spice.
Mine's called Lucky Pants. Cause,
I love it. It is so cool. And her Etsy shop is called Color Wheel Yarns. So go check her out. She's got some really cool minis that she was giving out. And her base is super soft.
Yeah. I got something from Chile Knits. I don't think you saw her.
Nope.
So we're getting washed out because it's getting dark outside. That's cute. And then M from Knitting Butterflies podcast. I have a pin and
yep. I have a pin and
a mini.
So she's Butterfly M4 on Ravelry, on Instagram, sorry, and her podcast is Knitting Butterflies.
And it's an audio podcast, and I listen to it religiously.
So that's her card.
Her and Boston Jen are usually what I listen to. And 1 or 2 days of the week.
Her button is a little white butterfly on a blue background. Sorry,
that I know we have,
up.
but does not matter.
Yeah, you do have it. So I'll keep that one. And I got a Progress Keeper from Chasing Acorns, who is our friend Kim.
Yes, I have one. I just don't know where it is at this moment.
I traded mine with Andrea because she really liked the spinning wheel.
We saw Rosehaven.
Yep. We saw Rosehaven Yarns. We hung out with her for a bit. She was a lot of fun.
I saw Crazy Sock Lady. Who is giving these out?
I don't know.
Gentle Knitter?
Maybe.
And she said, pick apart a pin that reflects that, said, when I learned how to knit, I forgot how to cook, and my husband agrees. Because I don't cook anymore. Girls in the Yarn Cafe. It's their faces, so... let's keep going. So, Little Big Knits. So, yes, we got one from Selma.
Mine's at home.
Mine's going on a bag. By the Lakeside. This is a very dark one. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. Oh, there's so many buttons. Camel City Dye Works.
Some people were handing them to me and I was just handing them to Sue.
Mm-hmm. What's this one? This is more about the buttons. It's fostersheepfarm.com. Now look at this button.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah. Very Little. Which I didn't even get a picture with Marcia. She's in a group picture with us, but I didn't get an individual one. Oh, Hawthorne Cottage Craft.
I didn't get one. Oh, it was probably in the...
Yeah.
It's probably in the pouch. Oh, no, I think it's actually on the pouch. But anyway, yeah.
It's Pastico. They're from Quebec.
I didn't even get to say hi to them. They were so mobbed with people, I didn't even get to say hi.
I just walked up and went, hey, can I have a photo? And I just butted right in. Because otherwise, you just
I was actually waiting to take a picture with Amelia. Because I went over and said hey to Amelia, and then she got distracted because they were right next to us, and she went and talked to them. So I didn't even get a picture with Amelia.
And this is my favorite of them all. It says, you can't knit with us, the Mean Girls Knit. And that's a podcast. They're sisters, and I think they're absolutely amazing. They're a no BS kind of podcast. Like,
I have one more thing that I got. I ran into our friend Lori, who is Intuit Knit, and
oh right, I saw her, but I didn't get anything.
She's the Intuit Knit podcast.
Lori, why didn't I get anything?
Because you weren't with me.
I know.
So that's her card. So check out her podcast. She is awesome.
She's the
and she gave me. This goes on the back of the button band to sew your buttons into for stability. And I've got 9 of these gorgeous little magenta buttons.
Nice.
That are super pretty.
But I do have to say, she is really sweet because I missed the frolic. As you all know, I had a car accident. And she had sent me the little sushi roll kit to make a little pouch.
So thank you very much, Lori. I ran into her on Sunday and she gave me this. We were about to leave and thank you, thank you, thank you. It's super cool. And I will definitely find use for it because all the babies are coming.
Mm-hmm. And then I got something from Lynn today because I'm knitting a baby sweater for somebody and the acrylic I'm using, I just want to die.
That's not for my cat.
Basically, if I have to knit anymore, I'm going to want to burn it. It's a beautiful color. Here. It's a beautiful color, but
it's scritchy.
Oh, it's awful. So, this. Beautiful, but feel.
I don't have a problem with it.
No,
but just, I knit with red heart, so.
It's just not the same. Oh, and this is my sheep bag from Kate. Because she loves me. So she gave me 2 of these. And you also have yarn right there.
I do.
Yep.
Sue got this in Knit Crate.
Yep.
And she didn't like the colors.
What happened was Knit Crate, I didn't get the yarn I was supposed to get because they ran out. So they bumped me up to it's an artisan crate.
My word. This is so nice.
Yeah. The next level is really nice. It's just not my colors.
It's my colors. They're all my colors.
It's Lorna's laces.
And it's BFL. Mm-hmm. It's 100% BFL. And it is amazing. And it is Haymarket the base, or is that the color? Haymarket is the base. Mm-hmm. So this is, I would say, a DK or a worsted, because it's 215 yards per 100 grams. Mm-hmm. And the color is called Lookbook. Look at that.
I figured you'd like it more than me. And the other one I got is purples, and someone might have already
spoken for that one, yes.
We'll see.
Yeah. I love it. It's so squishy.
Yep.
So I think that's more than enough stuff.
Yep. And
I will not be buying stuff again for a while. Nor will I be going to many festivals next year. I'll warn you all now. Sue's going to be on her own for most of the festivals because I'm going on a cruise with Franklin Habit. Franklin Habit has a knitting cruise that is taking place from September 2nd to September 9th next year. And it is leaving from New Jersey and going to Bermuda. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go on a cruise with my fella. Because
he wants to go to Bermuda.
Wants to go on the cruise.
Well, didn't you ask him? And he's like, really?
I was like, do you want to come with me? And he says, you want me to go on a knitting cruise? And I said, well, and I was saying Bahamas at first because for some reason I had Bahamas in my head because there's an ad on the radio right now they're giving away a trip to the Bahamas. So it mixed me up. So when I finally said, oh no, it's Bermuda, he was like, we're going. He's always wanted to go to Bermuda because his dad used to be in the Air Force and they used to do supply runs to Bermuda. And he's like, I want to go to Bermuda. He wants to do snorkeling.
And let's face it, he's good at talking with knitters.
He is really good at talking with knitters. He does not mind being, like, he wants to come to Rhinbeck with me one year. So we'll figure it out. I'm sure there will be lots to do other than knitting. There are some classes being offered. I'm super excited that I'm going on a cruise with Franklin Habit. So, I'm trying to figure out where the heck he had it. I know he has it. He's announced it on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you follow him on either one of those, just go to his page and you should be able to find the information. If not, I will link it in the show notes. Going on a cruise.
So we have coupon codes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Coupon codes?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, brain. My shop, the Tangled Skeins CA, I have 10% off until October 31st, which is Tuesday, and it's October Fun.
So chop chop.
Mm-hmm.
Ginger Snap That has 15% off until the end of the year, and the code is the word Tangled 15.
Geektastic Fibers also has 15% off until the end of the year, and the word is the number 2, Tangled.
Okay, so just in case you didn't hear the actual coupon code, it's the number 2 and the word Tangled, because
it cuts off after an hour.
After we've been babbling for an hour. Frog Peak Creations has 15% off until the end of the year. It's the number 2, Tangled 2017.
Yep. 6 Munchkin Stitching, 10% off ongoing. I messed it up. And it's 2 Tangled spelled out and the number 10. Blech.
And Bags by Awesome Granny has a podcast now.
Darlene?
What the heck is that? We didn't even know.
No.
Who does she have a podcast? She's with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
And I forget who, but I was just like,
check her out because Darlene is lovely and we love her. So check out her podcast. And she also has a 10% off ongoing coupon code. There's no expiry date and it is the number 2 TS10.
Yeah, her bags are...
I want to get another one of the sets. Like the 3 sizes.
The 3, yeah. She has 3 now. I have quite a few of her bags. I just don't have a...
Maybe that will be a Hanukkah present to myself. Maybe. Because I'm not going to be buying a whole heck of a lot of yarn in the near future. Because, oh my god, I came home with so much more than I expected. And I have to start working on my blanket again because all the minis.
Because, I'm sorry, but still compared to some, we're very modest.
I was modest this year. I have not been in years past. There have been years where I've had like 3 big tote bags.
That was Holly and Kate.
Well, hey, it's how often is Kate going to get to go to Rhinbeck? So,
true.
Plus, she bought stuff that she couldn't get at home.
And Holly was recognized at Rhinbeck.
She was. She is the Holly.
She was like, Holly? The Holly?
I guess we mention her a lot.
We do.
But she was Kate's PR person during the podcaster meetup because Kate was just so excited to be meeting people and she's like,
maybe she wants a button.
Give them a button.
Oh yeah.
So she was, and oh wow, it's really turned stormy outside. I get the feeling we're going to get some rain today.
I think so.
Good thing they finished the roof on my house yesterday.
Well, he's going to be finished brewing, so whew. Anyways.
Yeah, they were roofing on my house yesterday.
So the Holly is a real thing now.
The Holly, and Jen finished is a thing now.
Jen finished, yeah.
Woo! I told you I was going to make that a thing.
It is a thing.
It's totally a thing. Mm-hmm. And although Jen finished just means ends woven, and it does not mean blocked. Whoever said that, do not get me in trouble. I never said that.
I think it was Andrea.
Let's blame Andrea.
Yep. Sorry, Andrea. Not really.
So, and we got to hang out with Andrea and Kim of Chasing Acorns, and
totally in the car on the way home, and I went, Chasing Acorns! In my head, Kim! Did not make the connection.
I did that last year. I was like, what do you mean I was sitting next to Chasing Acorns for 2 hours? What? She's just Kim. I just didn't. She's such a lovely person, and I had no idea she was chasing acorns until they left, and somebody mentioned it, and I was like, okay. But this year I knew who she was, so go me.
So, yeah.
And I recognized so many people this year.
I know.
I was so proud of myself. Shannon, we missed you a lot.
Yeah.
Minerva Turkey couldn't make it this year. She is going to a really cool... she's going to a convention this weekend. It's for Walking Dead. She's going to the Walking Stalkers convention. Anyway, never mind.
Uh-huh.
So she's super excited about that. She's a little antsy because she's still in a wheelchair, and she was like, I said, look, you're a knitter. If any butts get too close to you, you have pointy sticks.
Poke.
Use them. Because yes, people in wheelchairs tend to be invisible in crowds.
Mm.
Which is why I was trying to be careful with people with strollers and wheelchairs and stuff at the festival, because they tend to it's so much slower for them to get through a room.
Yeah. So
whenever I see one coming, I just kind of duck over a little bit, give them room. Because I can just push through, they can't.
Don't forget we saw Mina.
I got to cuddle with her mini me.
So Elizabeth is waiting in the really long
Miss Babs
line, which I will insert a video. I have one.
Yeah, me too.
And so we're like this, and so the line went sideways and then this way. And we were at this part, and Lynn's walking that way going, I'm going to go sit down. I'm like, but there's a baby over there.
And I hadn't even seen Perry and Layla sitting there, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll go sit with them. So I went and sat with them, and Mina flew by, went, have you had a cuddle yet? You need to have a cuddle. Lynn loves babies, and she walked away.
Basically giving Perry the okay to hand over the baby.
So Perry was like, here you go. And I'm like, hey! And she was happy to see me too. So
there's a picture of her with Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was, who's Eric again? Sorry.
Klutz.
Right. That doesn't help me.
Sticks plus twine.
Thank you. I knew he had a podcast. I just couldn't remember what it was called because I kept thinking Stockmatician, but I'm like, no, that's Nathan.
Oh, and I just read on Instagram that Ramona was recognized by a designer.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I recognized Ramona.
Yes.
Because I've now spent time with her, and I recognize people after I spend a bit of time with them.
Basically, I came face to face with her when we walked into India Untangled, her and Eric's like, I need out.
Yeah. I recognized, Paula, of course. Well, Paula was the first one I ever recognized. Mm-hmm. I recognized Boston Jen from across the field.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
And I didn't see her, and when I went to the washroom, and I'm like, there you are! So I got
they came out of the bathroom together, and I'm like, oh, so here's where you find her.
Yeah.
I recognized the two girls from Espace Tricot. Mm-hmm. I recognized the two ladies from Must Love Yarn. Mm-hmm. Who else did I recognize?
Look at you recognizing
I know, right? It's because I see you guys every year, except for Espace Tricot. It's just because I've been watching their podcast.
And I was a little weirded out by the guy with the camera.
Yeah, he was nice.
But it is cool.
He was nice.
What was his name?
Patrick.
I
don't remember what his...
Knitterotica?
Yeah. He was nice.
Sockmatician was there.
He was a sweetheart. Poor Sockmatician. Somebody came over and said, Nathan's standing all by himself. Somebody should go talk to him. And I'm like, I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. I've never seen his face. Sorry. I felt bad because I was like, I have no idea what Sockmatician looks like.
Grocery girls were there.
I didn't recognize them either.
They didn't make it on the hill.
I don't know.
They were at the bottom of the hill where they had blocked it off, and they had a queue of people.
I watched 15 minutes of one of their podcasts once.
Yeah, I don't really watch it.
It wasn't to my taste, so I don't watch them. Mm-hmm. I was very sad that Laura and Leslie weren't there.
Yeah.
But I know that they had better things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephanie wasn't there.
Nope.
The Yarn Harlot, she was at Knit East in New Brunswick. So that was a bit of a letdown because Kate was like, I was counting on you guys to find me the Yarn Harlot because you guys always find her. And I was like, sorry, she's not here. I could find her for you, but it's a bit of a drive.
Mm-hmm. I've also confirmed with a friend that it's not on the same weekend next year.
Plus, I think that would have counted as stalking at that point.
You think?
If I had driven to New Brunswick to find her. Yeah. That would definitely be stalking. And
we're
not
Canadian.
Cool.
We're harmless.
Well, no, mostly. She said mostly.
I always do that because then you correct me.
But
so now we're babbling.
Harmless. Yes, we're babbling. Yeah. And I haven't had lunch yet. That's why I'm babbling.
You were supposed to get lunch on the way here.
I know, and then my phone died and I couldn't transfer money. So I have no money. I'm pathetic. I forgot my phone in the car last night because somebody woke me up at stupid o'clock to come and get... Well, he didn't wake me up. I was still up. But he was like, can you come get me? And I was like, yes. And it was 1 o'clock in the morning by the time I got back to my house, and I forgot my phone in the car. So I realized it as soon as I walked in, but I was like, I'm not getting dressed again to go get it.
Nope.
I don't care enough.
So there you go, Kate. Tomorrow morning, or as in now you're watching us, you won't miss us on Sunday morning because she was adamant. I'm going to see you on Sunday morning. So now
here you go.
Yeah, and we need your podcast because I've watched all the other ones.
I know. I got so frustrated with YouTube the other day. I'm trying to catch up on my podcasts, and it has all the podcasts that I'm subscribed to are not in my subscriber history. Only the crappy ones that I, don't really care about, like the cooking channels and the science channel, like the other stuff. None of the knitting podcasts are in my subscriber history, even though they're still in the list. So I'm having to go back to each and every podcaster to go through there.
I watched Jen, I watched Jessica, I watched Sarah, Andrea, and Kristen from Bull and Vine.
I have about 20.
Knitting Expat is out.
20 or 30 I'm subscribed to.
I didn't watch her Rhinbeck thingy.
And it was so cool to hang out with the gentle knitter. She came up to me and I was like, I know you! And it was lovely to see her, so thank you, Nicole. And maybe we should get together for coffee sometime.
I was having trouble with faces. People were walking up to me and I was like... And then they'd say who they are. Oh, right!
That lady at Untangled, I remembered her. I know we've seen her at multiple festivals. I don't remember her name. I'm very sorry. Mm-hmm. But I did remember you from other festivals. And you didn't remember Lori. You were like, who is that? And I said, it's Lori. And she's like, who's Lori? And I was like, our friend Lori!
Right.
You did the same thing with Trish, though.
See, Trish, you're not alone. Anyway, wrap this up.
Yeah.
We'll see you all next week.
Wrap it up in some nice autumn leaves and save it for next Rhinbeck. Because I'm already looking forward to next year's Rhinbeck.
Well, yeah.
It was something this year because poor Holly. We got to the cabin the first night, and she's like, "I've already been informed that ours is going to be the party cabin." I'm like,
we got there and it was full.
Yeah, it was full of people. We walked in and we're like, "Oh, hello. We'll just step over you and make it to our room." Yeah, because Sarah, Jen, and Jess managed to get a cabin in the same place. So somebody had canceled at the last minute, and they managed to snag the other big cabin. And Selma and Kate were at a motel across the road, so they were staying at ours for tea and snacks and stuff.
We were like 10.
We have a kitchen, so it was fun. We had knitters on every available surface,
floor, kitchen chairs, everywhere.
Yeah, and we had to go out and buy a kettle the first night because the kettle that used to be at the cabin somehow disappeared. So I'm thinking somebody probably left it on after to boil dry and ruined it. So we went to Target. I bought a new kettle, bought some extra mugs for the cabin. We were happy.
Yep. Okay, let's do this because we're going to keep talking.
Yeah.
And talking.
Sorry, I haven't had a lot of grown-up time this week.
That's okay. So, see you all next week.
And I promise there won't be any stash next week. Not for me.
Nah, not for me. Bye.
Bye.